When I was in training to be a priest, I spent a summer at Creighton University in Nebraska. And all of the guys from our diocese, there were 4 of us there, we went one weekend while we were there on July 4th to Mount Rushmore. We thought it was a close trip. It was like 10 hours in the car or something. But on the way, there was some place called the Needles Highway in South Dakota. And while Mount Rushmore was good, I mean, you go look at a mountain, and okay, it's nice, and then you go away. The Needles Highway was the most awesome, breathtaking thing I have ever done. Has anyone heard of the Needles Highway? Well, you have to go. People say, well, why? And I try to explain it, and the words just don't really fit how beautiful that place is. It's not a highway at all, really. It's a one-lane road that you go in. I don't look it up online. I don't know how to explain it. But I always get tongue-tied explaining the beauty of the place. And I get the impression, as I hear the gospel today, that Jesus is trying to find the words to explain heaven. And they come out, and he's explaining it, but he just can't tell us all of the beauty of it. He tells us today it's like a mustard seed. That, when we look at a mustard seed, we think it's impossible that it can grow into into this large bush. And then he tells us that it's like a little bit of yeast that a woman puts into the flour, but then the whole dough comes out. You never think from that little thing that this whole thing. Heaven is like that too. We'd never think heaven. We think of heaven. People ask me all the time, are we going to be bored in heaven? Are we going to be looking at, sitting on a cloud? Really? Heaven? Where God sits on his throne? Heaven is boring? And Jesus is trying to tell us how awesome this place is. Of course, he came and died for us so that we could be there with him. This place is not boring. And yet, we somehow think we get in our mind that maybe we'd rather be here than there. But brothers and sisters, if we do not dream of heaven, if we do not dream of the glory of heaven, Jesus also tells us, heaven is like a pearl. You sell all you have and buy it because it's that good. Brothers and sisters, if we do not dream about heaven, we will not desire it. Jesus tries to explain to us how awesome a place it is. Let's desire it today so that we make choices today that lead to us being there. Because if we do not, we will not. Let's not make that mistake. Praise be Jesus Christ, King of the universe, now and forever.